sports world. Starting in November, the West Indies Cricket Board will launch its franchise system. The details of the proposed replacement tournament for the regional domestic cricket season are being finalized at a meeting between the CEOs and presidents of the various territorial boards at the Aqua Beach Hotel. The WICB four-day tournament, which is set to get underway in November, is expected to feature 6 franchise teams instead of the usual 6 territorial teams. The franchises to be owned and operated by the 6 traditional cricketing territories will in year 1 see 15 players being contracted, with 10 of those being nationals of the country in which the team is located, and the other 5 to be selected from a draft of regional players. Year 2 will see a relinquishing of the player quotas, thus allowing the franchises to select their preferred 15 players. President of the West Indies Cricket Board, Dave Cameron, says the move is for the betterment of the sport in the region and internationally.
We've set it up in that because for example, we have 6 good fast bowlers in Barbados, only 4 can play. What happens to the next 2? To keep putting pressure on that 4. And we have a situation where we may need 2 fast bowlers in Guyana, for example, or in the windwards or in the leewards. So what we've done is we want the best 66 guys on the park, the best 90 people, the best 90 players attached to franchises across the region. And that, we believe, will now drive the competitiveness, the meritocracy that the president spoke about, to ensure that when they get into the West Indies team, we've already accustomed to playing with each other, understanding our cultures, and so we know that the next person beside us playing with us is the best person that the chairman of selectors has decided needs to be a part of the West Indies team.
WICB Director of Cricket Richard Piber says a franchise system is nothing new.
The whole point of the introduction of this system is to start to close the gap in best practice overseas as to where we are now with what I would perceive to be semi-amateur cricket. And most of you will know that in the past, the region's best players got polished up in English county cricket or in club cricket for 6 months of the year. That window of opportunity closed about 15 years ago. Now, what we need to do is take responsibility for developing and managing our own players. So we're putting that in place. It is the pure professionalisation of the game in the region. There will be teething issues over the next 12 to 18 months. I think by the time we get into the 3rd season of this, the 3rd domestic season, we'll really start to see results. And the territorial boards and the franchises, which the extension of that, will really have started to nail down the key issues in producing elite players for the West Indies team.
CEO of the WICB, Michael Muirhead, says they'll be using a draft system for selecting the players.
We do have a draft system that we are going to utilize, where we will have the territories. Each territory will have 10 players from within their own territory that they will seek to retain. And we are asking territories to submit another list of, let's say, their best cricketers that are outside of that we will put in a pool. And from that pool, in a structured manner, and we have a process that we will follow, that they will select, each territory will select 5 from that pool to make up their entire squad of 15. So it could be that you have 15, if they are lucky, from the same territory, or it could be that you have 15, the other 5 that would be from somewhere completely outside of the existing territory. So that is what we will have in place and functioning by the end of the month.
The formerly out of favor Marlon Samuels is back in the West Indies setup. Samuels will rejoin the squad for the upcoming tour of India after a poor run of form recently, in which he was dropped for the series against Bangladesh. This was revealed by Chairman of Selectors Clive Lloyd during that media briefing at the Aqua Beach Hotel today. The squad, which will be announced in a few days, will battle India in 5 ODIs, a T20 and 3 tests, starting on October 3rd.
Marlon has been a top-class player for quite a while. He might have had a bit of a hiatus, I would think, where his form is concerned. But I'm sure that an informed Marlon Samuels will win you a lot of games. And we just have to get him back, if we can get him back playing as well as he's done in the past, I'm sure that it would be the best thing for our team. But he's still, you know, in the plans for the future.
The team that the Barbados Tridents will have to play in their opening game is already off the mark in the 2014 Champions League in India. Kings 11 Punjab won their opening game against Hobart Hurricanes of Australia today in Mohali.